YouTube, good morning. Good morning. What's happening with you? What's happening? Saturday morning is approximately 6:45. Finna go do my 10-mile run. If you've been following me, y'all know I do 10 miles on Saturdays or either Friday or Saturdays. Lately I just been doing or I will go do 5 miles on Fridays or 5 miles on Saturday. But lately I just get it all in on Saturdays. The weather done cool off. Usually when I want to run, when I split it up like that, it'd be real hot, and I don't like. I don't like doing 10 miles in that real hot weather. I don't too much care for it. So with that being said, it's right now it's about 60. What 60? I think it says about 63 degrees. That's okay. I'm gonna do 10 miles before the sun actually come up because it's supposed to go up to 70 here in Savannah. It's supposed to go up to 70. That's what the weather report said. But so I'm gonna just go, like I said, get my 10 miles in. And this is one of those I don't feel like it days. Don't feel like I really don't even feel like this, to be honest with you. Um, and I said that to say this. Usually on days I really don't feel like it, I get my best runs in for some apparent reason. I get my best runs in when I don't feel like it. And workouts. And when I'm lifting, yeah, I'll be like, man, I don't feel like this today. In my mind, I don't feel like it, but once I get in there and get that blood flowing, I get the best out. For in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases. Um, so we'll just go out there and see what happens. After about 2 or 3 miles, it'll start sinking in. I have never I have never been like, I don't feel like it, and then still be running and be like, I still don't feel like it. I always either get my best workouts in, or I'll be like, I'm glad I got up out the bed and got it done. I mean, at the least, I'll be like, okay, at least I got up out the bed and got it done. So I'm talking to the ones who don't feel like it, who be like, man, I don't feel like it, or got all these damn excuses. Um, just go and do something, man. Get it done, man. Get something done. Get something done. And I know that a lot of people, a lot of people who watching my videos, they probably not even into working out, period. But I'm pretty sure you have something something that you want to accomplish. And whatever path you got to take to accomplish that, you need to do things even if you don't feel like doing it. You got to get something done. I mean, it's not going to happen if you sit there and just think about it. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Um and let's go back to why let's go back to why I decide to work out and why I'm deciding to do this 50 state goal. Why I decided to work out. One time, man, years ago, man, I was fat as hell, man. I was fat and I was unproductive. This was back in 2000, what, 2012, 2011, round up in that time, man. A little earlier than 2010, 9, round those years. I was a big dude. I was at about 265 pounds. And then I got a cousin that came down here. The guy who, work out on my shorts videos, that's my cousin. He moved down here from New York, and I seen how chiseled he was. I'm just making a long story short. I seen how chiseled and how cut up he was, and he was telling me, he need to find a gym. I was like, that ain't no problem. I find your gym. That's nothing down here. Found a gym, and we started working out together. We started working out together, and I started noticing how better I was feeling. Cause when you big as hell, anybody who has a lot of weight on them, they could tell you. If they want to be honest, they'll tell you, man, that is an unpleasant feeling. That's a miserable feeling. You hurting all the time. Your body aching. You don't feel good. You always sick. Anybody who's big, they'll tell you that shit. If they was being honest, if they want to be honest with you, they'll tell you. And it's a unpleasant feeling. You don't feel good about yourself, none of that. Anybody who's on here and they big, they talking about they feel good about themselves. I challenge the fact that they're lying. We could have a conversation and I get it out you lying, you lying. So um that that's what made me start working, made me start lifting weights. And I kind of want to look better. I wanted to look better than what I used to look like. For it was personally, I want to look better than what I used to look like. And the reason why I run so much, running to me now is therapeutic. It's very therapeutic to me. I could go and run 3 or 4 miles. I'll go run 3 or 4 miles, and it is you think about some things, you get some things on your mind, you have things on your mind, you can navigate how the problem gonna resolve itself, and I mean, not how the problem, how you gonna resolve the problem. You got situations, you could go running. I promise you, you'll go running, and it'll be on your mind. This is what works for me now. It be's on your mind, and then that's God be telling you, okay, look, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, this is how you handle it, this is how you don't handle it. That's what running does for me. Why I decided to choose the 50 state goal is because I love to travel. I like to visit places. And I used to before I started, like running all the time, and before I even thought about this, running different states, I would go travel places and go eat. Um, go go eat go places to eat, and go shopping. I mean, little stupid stuff like let me not call it stupid, but just stuff like that, going to eat and looking at places, taking pictures in front of buildings, and I'm like, to me that's kind of like that's kind of a waste of time, in my opinion. Now it's kind of like a waste of time to do that. So I was like, you know what, when I was running around here in Savannah, and if anybody who runs a lot, sceneries are kind of important, are very important, to be honest with you. To me, sceneries are very important. You don't want to run the same place all the time, because you'll get tired of the scenery. So me running to these different places and running, different obstacle courses, that's kind of that's I like doing though. I got the way I like seeing different places, seeing different things, and running the city, and just do something like that, as opposed to eating and shopping. I mean, I do eat, and I don't do much. I'm not much of a shopper, but eating and shopping, and I rather just run the city. I rather run the city first, or not first, but run the city, and then go see what the city has to offer. And being that I'm a lot lighter, if they have adventurous things, because I'm an adventurous person. I love to go and jet skiing. I like the water raft, and once I go places and the weather is warm. When I go places and the weather's warm, I like amusement parks and shit like that. I like doing stuff like that. And you go run the city and then go find stuff like that to do. So that was my reason. That's my reason of doing what I'm doing. And I said that to say this. I really believe that anything you want to do in your life, you got to figure out why you want to do it, what you're doing it for, why you want to do it. And if it don't have to make sense to anybody else but you, it really don't. As a matter of fact, I encourage you not to even tell no damn body. Let's say you want to be the a spades champion. I don't give a damn. Let's say you want to be the spades champion. You go learn how to play cards, and you learn, how to deal them. You learn how to shuffle. You want to do all that, and you go to telling people, yeah, I'm gonna be a spades champion. It's gonna be some old hating guy, a hating girl, be like, nah, I don't think you should do that. That don't make no sense, because they don't see it. You know what I mean? If you want to go to school and be a nurse, look, man, I want to go to school, and I'm gonna be a nurse. Somebody gonna be like, man, that's dumb, man. The market is flooded with that. You shouldn't do that. You know, it don't, people don't understand, wouldn't understand where you coming from. So, and then they could talk you out of it. So that's why I encourage you, don't even talk to nobody about what you got going on. Now, if you want to talk to them about what you got going, if you decide, look, I want to, I'm happy about what I'm doing, make sure you fully understand why you're doing it. Make sure, and then, like I said, it doesn't have to make, and you be strong about it. Be strong about it. Like, this is what I want to do, and this is the you. I mean, you could explain why you want to do it if you want to, but if you don't, you understand. You understand personally. Look, this is why I want to do it. This is why I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing. This is why I do it, and nobody's finna change that about me. So, I hope that helped any. I just felt like I just felt led to get on this camera and tell you that. So, well, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna get me a 10-mile run in and take me a good little nap. I gotta work tonight. If you've been following me, you know I'm on night shift now, and this is my night to go into work. So get me a 10-mile in, get me something good to eat, rest, and go to work. And lately, just to keep y'all up, keep y'all up with me. Lately, I've been going on my lunch break. We can take lunch break at midnight. We take a midnight break. Instead of laying in the car and going to sleep, and instead of eating any of that, I go to the gym. They got a gym at the job. I go work out, get me a good little 30 minute workout in, a full body workout, 3 sets of each body part. It's almost on the line of a round robin. A round robin is you touch each body part, and if I was to do it, when I'm not working, I would do 5, maybe 6 sets of each body part because I have longer time, but I don't have that much time. So I do, 3 sets of a chest exercise, back, legs, shoulders, and arms. I do 3 sets of each of that, and I'll get on up out of there just to keep from, those other things I said, sleeping or, sitting in the car, eating or whatever. I'd just rather do that. And my reason, I have not recorded yet. That gym, the gym that I go to, I mean, first of all, I don't have time. I really don't be having time to sit down and angle the camera and any of that. I don't really have time to do that when I only have like maybe 30 minutes for lunch, 30 minutes to be in there. And I don't have time to be angling the camera and for each motion and all that. So that's why I don't record, but trust and believe, I'm getting it in on my lunch break too. So anyway, I'm gonna end the video here, and I just want y'all to have a productive Saturday. And thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm a.k.a. Scooby, and I'm out. Y'all be easy. YouTube, check this out. Check this out. Check it out. Come on now. Come on now. I told y'all I was coming to do 10 miles, wind up doing 13. And I said earlier in this video that sometimes you get your best runs when you don't feel like it. Now, was this my best run? Absolutely not. It wasn't my best run, but I went with the mindset of doing 10. And the way I felt when I was doing that video, I said, I wanted to do less than 10, to be honest with you. But I got to about mile 2 or 3, and I kept pushing. What I did, I kind of punished myself. What I mean by punish myself, I went a little farther out. I knew what 10 miles was. If I know how to go out and come back from the car, but what I did, I went a little farther out than I was supposed to and came back, and that's what got me at 13 miles. So the moral of this story is, do it when you don't feel like it. Now, will you do this every time? Absolutely not. But me personally, I get my best runs when I don't feel like it. Now, this wasn't my best, but it was longer than what I was supposed to. So that's even better, to be honest with you. I'm out. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday.